Hello and welcome back to my Road to Completion guide for Dark Souls Remastered. We're now in episode number 18. This will be the final episode for New Game. Once you guys hit episode 19, you will be in New Game Plus. So you will see the final boss in this episode. You'll see credits. You'll get the trophy to link the fire. And then I'll talk more about New Game Plus when we get there, guys, once we fire up episode 19. Just know that you will have a pretty good farming route at the end of this for souls, and then you also need to get some items. I'll explain that once we get there, but it will take you guys more than 25 minutes. I know this video is only 25 minutes long, but it's going to take you guys more than that because I'm cutting out some of the farming, obviously, just to make it a little bit quicker for the video. I'll head this way and hit this switch right here. Just hold these guys off long enough so you can hit this switch. You see how the gate closes, then they can't get through. So you can kill them all if you want to, guys, but if you can hold them off, you can just get up here super quick. Hit this elevator. What we're doing, if you guys remember in the previous episode, we freed Logan from his cage, and then we talked to him. You guys know that little shortcut behind the bookshelf. We talked to him until he went crazy. And what's happening now is he's moved. He's moved back up to this room where we died to Seath for the first time on purpose. Remember, we put the Ring of Sacrifice on. So if you come up these stairs and you've done everything correctly up to this point, you will see him in this room. See him? And then you can kind of square off against him, defeat him. He's real easy. He does roll a lot, but your Soulmass does. See that? Boom, one hit. All right, so take him out, 1,000 souls. But the main thing is the White Dragon Breath, the sorcery. And you're also going to get the 10 Crystallization Catalysts. And then, of course, your trophy, Wisdom of a Sage. Okay, you don't have to do anything with the treasure chest. That will come in handy in New Game Plus. Okay, so just go ahead and pop a Homeward Bone. Go back to the bonfire. And then we're going to run past this bookshelf shortcut. Take a left where Logan used to be. And what you'll find is a treasure chest in his old location right there. And open that up. And pillage that. And you'll get his Sage gear, which is going to come in handy for New Game Plus. But the main thing is the Logan's Catalyst. That's going to increase your magic even more. Okay, so not only are you going to have more damage output on the Logan's Callus, you also have the Crown of Dusk and the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, plus your intelligence is 50. So it's about to get crazy with the damage output you can do to enemies now, guys, with your character. All right, so we'll head back over here, hit up the bonfire, and we want to put on the Covetous Silver Serpent Ring. Okay, that's going to give you guys more souls as you kill enemies. Very important. And then we're going to warp over to Firelink Shrine once you're done with that. You guys know that normally we put on the gold ring. This is the silver ring. So the gold ring gives us better item discovery. Like I said, the silver ring gives us more souls as we kill enemies. And because we're about to do a farming route here soon, I want you guys to be getting the maximum amount of souls because we are going to need a lot of souls as we go into New Game Plus. There's still some leveling that we need to do. And then some stuff that we need to buy. You guys remember the 2 Firekeeper souls we have in our inventory? We're going to come down here and get those set up before we head to the boss fight. Just make sure that your Estus Flask at the bottom says Estus Flask plus 4. Okay, you should have had 2 of those Firekeeper souls in your inventory. And one more thing before we head down and do our farming, we're going to come up here and talk to the sewer merchant again. We want to buy some things because once we get into New Game Plus, we are not going to be unlocking the sewer merchant anymore. We're not going to have access to her. We've pretty much done everything that we need to do in the lower Undead Burg down in the depths, except for one thing. We do need to pick up an Ember in a later playthrough, but we're not going to be pushing down all the way through that area and beating the Gaping Dragon and all that stuff. We've done everything that we need to do, so we're not going to be unlocking her in any of the future playthroughs. So we want to make sure that we buy everything we can from her before we end up going into New Game Plus. All right, just keep on moving down this sewer tunnel. It's a pretty long stretch here. You should have enough souls to be able to do all this. They just forward through her dialogue, and we're going to buy some things. We're going to buy the Blooming Purple Moss Clump. You need to max out at 10. So if you've got 5, then you need to add 5. Okay, I've got 2, so I'm gonna add 8. But you need to max out at 10. And then your dung pile, you wanna max out at 30. Okay. So like I said, no matter how many you have, just max out at 30. And then transient curse, you wanna max out at 2. Or I'm sorry, you wanna buy 2, but you don't wanna buy any more than 2. I think it actually cuts you off at 2 anyway. So max of 2 there. So if you've done everything right so far, you're gonna have 4 in your inventory, but just buy as many as you can, okay? And then when it comes to Homeward Bone, you wanna max out at 50. Okay, so just add that to whatever you have. I think I have 16 at the moment. I'm just gonna add mine up, go to 50. I think I went to 42 there, but I buy 8. I think I buy 8 more, yeah. So make sure you max out at 50. And then Prism stones, because we are gonna have to get that same blue Titanite slab that we picked up in the previous episode. So you want to max out your Prism stones at 50. So this is going to be my 2 transient curses, and then I'm going to max out my Prism stones at 50. Should be at the bottom of the list or near the bottom. I'm just showing you here that I've maxed out at 30, and the Bloomy Purple Moss Clump, I'll show you that I've maxed out there at 10. And then I think I'm going to get my Prism stones right here. There's my Homeward Bones maxed out at 50. Again, I was doing live commentary when I was going through all these menus, so that's why it's a little bit slower. I think the next RTC I film, I'm just going to do post commentary because it is a lot easier to do it that way. There's my 50 Prism stones. Because once you have to go back and look at all this footage and you don't have the live commentary to carry it, it runs a lot slower than it should be for post commentary. Post commentary should be quick, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit trickier to do post commentary when you film the game live. I wish those 3 or 4 audio recordings I had wouldn't have failed, because I do prefer live commentary on these, but my computer just for whatever reason needs to be updated a bit so I can handle capturing audio and capturing video at the same time like that. So once I make those upgrades, I'll be able to go back to live commentary, but I think until then, I'm just gonna stick with post commentary. You can rest at the bonfire if you want to get all your magic back. Not really necessary, because you can rest at the altar down here as well. You don't have to talk to this NPC, just run off the edge. Cutscene will trigger. You'll be at the bottom again. Once you rest right here, guys, you'll be able to get all your magic back. And what you want to do here is offer souls to Lordvessel. See the second prompt? Okay, so just press X, offer those souls up, and that's going to open up the door. We get those souls from defeating all those bosses that we killed. Like the last 3 or 4 boss fights we were in, we were able to collect those souls. Alright guys, so once you have that taken care of and the door is open, you can head down the stairs. Remember, you do want to have your silver serpent ring on right now, so you can collect maximum souls for killing these enemies. All that stuff is going to carry over into New Game Plus. Now there's going to be a lot of Black Knights down here. They always drop the same thing. Again, you want to let your homing Soulmass do all the work for you. I'll show you that right here as we go through. But I'm gonna briefly run through everything that you need to get from this farming route. And then I'm also going to list down below in the description everything that I'm about to name, as well as everything that you need in your inventory before you defeat the final boss and go into New Game Plus. Okay, very important that we all have the same stuff. Remember, a lot of the things we've been collecting we've never used in this playthrough, but they're for trophies for later on. Okay, so all that stuff will be down below in the description, so you guys make sure that you check that out. The drops that these enemies drop for you guys are always going to be the same. Notice right here that when you kill this enemy, you're going to always get the red Titanite chunk. Every time you kill this specific enemy, you will always get the red Titanite chunk. Most of these Black Knights drop various versions of the chunks, red Titanite, white Titanite, so forth and so on. So what you want to do is make this full run through here, and then when you get to the fog gate and you've killed all the Black Knights, use a Homeward Bone, go back to the Lordvessel altar down there, and then run back through. And you want to do that until you get the following items, guys. Actually, before I list those items, let me show you what happens here. This is kind of random when the enemy kind of jumps off the edge. This doesn't normally happen. You can see that I still get the souls for killing them. What I'm doing is I'm saving and quitting my game, hoping that when I come back in, he's dropped his item, because normally he drops a chunk as well, but I don't see it. Sometimes in this game you can get lucky if an enemy falls off a cliff you can save and quit, and their item, because of course they died below you, right? Their item will be back up on a platform. And so I was hoping I could go ahead and grab that. It's not really, I mean, it's not going to make or break your run or anything if that happens, you guys. It's just going to require you to farm a little bit longer. I was hoping to get lucky there, but if that happens, guys, I would just save and quit, see if you get lucky. There's a white Titanite chunk, by the way. And this dude at the end here always drops a blue Titanite chunk. Now, for whatever reason, he's not here right now, but normally there's an enemy down there. That's why I popped that Soulmass, but he just didn't happen to be there. So I think I do this one more time for you guys so that you can see where all the Black Knights are. Notice we have a ton of Homeward bones that we just purchased from the sewer merchant. The main reason for that, guys, is because you're going to be farming a lot here. It's going to take you, I don't know, 20 or so, 20 plus attempts at this to get everything that you need. Some of you may have picked up some random chunks along the way, so that's why I say 20 plus. It just depends on how many you have in your inventory. But let me go through the things you're going to need right here by farming all these knights. You're going to need to pick up the following, guys. The Black Knight Sword, the Black Knight Greatsword, Black Knight Greataxe, Black Knight Halberd. There's the shield I think I just got right there. Titanite Chunk. You need 34 Titanite Chunks. You need 23 blue Titanite Chunks. You need 23 red Titanite Chunks and 13 white Titanite Chunks. Very important. You get all those things, you're good to go to fight the boss. Of course, you do want to check your inventory like we talked about earlier. Make sure you have all the other weapons and shields that we need. And we should have some other things we need to, like some other like some Titanite, some large Titanite shards and stuff like that. You'll need all that stuff, guys, before you leave this, you know, before you go into the next playthrough. Now, hopefully this guy right here doesn't fall off the edge again. I can show you what he drops. Again, I'm just letting my Soulmass do all the work. Boom, there's the Black Knight Sword. Got another Titanite chunk. And then there's gonna be two more. The first time through, the second guy wasn't here, but I'm pretty sure he's in this clip. Keep going. Just gotta be careful right here. There's a little pit to the side where the stairs, see that right there? The stairs have kind of rotted away. Okay, boom, there's the Greataxe. You're gonna get all the Black Knight sword and stuff like that, guys, fairly easy. The main thing is just getting all the chunks. I guess my tip for you guys is if you farm this enough to get all the chunks you need, you already have all the Black Knight gear that you need. This is the last dude you guys didn't see earlier. He always drops the blue Titanite. See that? Got the Halberd right there. All right, I'm gonna use my Homeward bone. I think right here I just fast forward. You'll notice that I have 49 Homeward bones. Now I have 29. That's how long I've been farming. And I think this was the final blue chunk that I needed right here. Notice how many souls I have, okay? You're gonna have a lot of souls by the time you finish this because you guys have put on your silver serpent ring. Picked up a lot of souls. I think here I'm just going through showing you everything that you need. Again, I'm gonna list it all down below, guys. It's gonna be a lot easier for you guys to read it off that list, I think, than to try to read it off of the inventory here in the game. But I did want to show you that I have everything that I need to be able to continue and fight the boss. See that right there, 22 white Titanite chunks. Like I said, you only need 13, but I have more than 13, so you're good. The only thing you won't need on that list will be the dragon scales. I think I picked up a few of those. You don't need those, guys. Again, that'll be on the list below. And this is all the swords we have. You can see that I got the Black Knight Greatsword. All that stuff we've been collecting. Just about every single one of these weapons are needed for a trophy called the Knight's Honors Trophy. So I'll show you guys that when we get into New Game Plus Plus. There's a Black Knight Halberd that I picked up from this farming route. I'm just trying to show you that I got everything that I was telling you guys that we needed. Then I should have the Black Knight shield right there. Okay. So that's pretty much everything. Again, just check the description, guys. It'll fill you in on all that stuff. And we're gonna go ahead and rest, make sure we have all of our magic. Okay. And then we're gonna warp over to the Chamber of the Princess. We wanna do a few more things before we end this run. Now notice that I have 295,000 souls. We still need about 100 more thousand souls. It's roughly about 80, give or take. Well, it depends on where you guys are at with your souls, but The main thing is just having about 376,000 souls. That's about how many you need. So you can farm these knights right here. Sometimes they'll jump out of the way. Okay, you can farm them using your Soulmass like you see me doing there, or you can switch to your Crystal Soul Spear, and that'll actually kill them in one hit. I'll show you that. I think I do 2 of these farming routes to kind of give you guys an idea how this plays out. Whichever one you feel more comfortable with is the one that you'll need to do. See, the Crystal Soul Spear is one hit. Again, I was doing live commentary when I was doing this, and I was like, let me show you the difference between using a Soulmass and a Soul Spear. But I wish I could have just went back and showed you the Soul Spear out the gate. And then you can hit these 2 guys from behind like this. Again, just make sure that you have that silver serpent ring on. You'll be getting a lot of souls. And again, we're just trying to get to 376,000 souls. And then just use a Homeward Bone. Go back to the bonfire and continue to farm this route. I got 307,000 now. And then now I think I'm going to use the Crystal Soul Spear on both of these guys. Yeah, I don't know why I went into my inventory there. I'm sure I did it for a reason when I was in live commentary, but looking back on it, I have no idea why I went into my inventory there. See how this dude's got his back turned towards you? You can ease down those stairs, hit him from behind like that, kill him real quick. It's a lot better than using the Soulmass. Then I just like to use the forward back strategy here. I think this archer to my right gets lucky a few times here and hits me. Maybe that's in New Game Plus. Actually, I might run this route again, and I think that's when he hits me. There is an archer to the right of you in that main hall that's behind us right now, and he can get some lucky shots. You can kill him, but he's a little bit annoying because your soul magic doesn't quite reach. You have to get really close to kill him. Of course, you can go up the stairs and kill him if you want to, but I'm talking about being able to kill him from down here. You can kill him if he gets on your nerves, but you just got to get super close to the right side of this hall to be able to reach him with your magic. I think right here he hits me a few times, but he's not going to kill you. Actually, no, it must be in New Game Plus where he does that. Because I know there's one clip where he hits me like 3 times because he fires pretty quick, so he'll hit you. Then as soon as you get up, if you don't move right away, he'll hit you again. It's kind of annoying. All right, now once you have the 376,000 souls, notice I have 379,000. You can head this way. We're going to talk to the giant blacksmith and buy a few things. We need to buy the large Titanite shards. It's going to cost us 376,200 souls. That's the only thing we need to buy from him for now. Just go to purchase item. A large Titanite shard. You can see they're 3,800 a piece. You want to buy 99. It's like that. 376,200. The cool thing about this game is that the Titanite shards do carry over to your next playthrough, which is great. And we need more than 99 to be able to get a trophy for later on. So we're just going to again stock up on 99 now and then buy the rest in the next playthrough. Notice that I'm switching off my silver serpent ring, putting back on my Havel's ring. And we're going to go fight the boss at this point. We've got to attune some magic right quick, set up a safety save, and then we're going to take on the final boss. And that's going to do it for our new game playthrough, guys. Notice that I have on all the gear we've pretty much been using the whole game. Okay, we're going to warp back to Firelink Shrine. I think we're going to attune our magic first. We're going to attune for Homing Crystal Soulmass, Homing Soulmass, Crystal Soul Spear, and I think I put on Great Soul Arrow for my last one, I believe. I think I have it as Soul Arrow listed in my notes, but I think it's a typo. Oh, it's Soul Spear. I put Soul Arrow in my notes. So yeah, it's Homing Crystal Soulmass, Homing Soulmass, Crystal Soul Spear, and regular Soul Spear. And then warp over to Firelink Shrine. And we're going to head down, rest at the altar again, set up a safety save. Actually, we're probably going to wait to set the safety save up once we get to the fog gate. I believe that this, I think that this area allows you to spawn in right at the fog gate, I think. You know, that's been happening to us a lot in this playthrough. Sometimes a safety save, even though you save at the fog gate, will set you back a few steps in the area. This one doesn't, so you can actually just run through here and rest at the fog gate. I mean, set up a safety save at the fog gate. That way, if you guys die to the boss, because he is a little bit, I mean, he's really not that difficult, but he does a lot of damage to your character, even though you guys have on really good armor. In this playthrough, it really just comes down to you putting a lot of damage on him early before he's able to put a lot of damage on you, and you can kill him really quick. Again, I'm just killing these enemies because if you don't kill them, they will follow you. And they can knock you off the cliff and stuff like that, and it's just kind of annoying. So there's no harm in killing them here, just to kind of get through here with ease. But like I said, the boss fight, guys, you want to pop that Soulmass when you go into the fog gate, and just keep backing up and spamming sorceries, guys. He's going to hit you a few times, but your damage output is going to be so strong that you're going to be able to take him out faster than he can take you out. And it may not happen. You know, it may take you, 1 to 5 attempts, especially if it's your first time fighting him. Because like I said, he does have some pretty good speed, but your damage output is going to be so ridiculous that you're going to kill him in, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 hits, okay? So just keep backing up, keep the shield up, and just spamming as much as you can. A lot of times, too, if you spam magic on him, he will dodge left to right, and that's really good for you because normally when he dodges, if you want to call it a dodge, he's basically dashing towards you and trying to hit you at the same time, and he can close the gap on you really quick. So if you can get him to dodge left to right, that's going to buy you some time to heal, cast more magic, right? And of course, if he's not hitting you, you're still living, you're not taking any damage, which is great. A lot of times just backing up and spamming magic is your best play. Got 2 more knights to take out here. Then I'll go through all that again with you guys when we fight him. The fight's pretty quick, so you may have to either slow the footage down or watch the clip a few times to get the pattern down and get the timing down. But like I said, you're mainly just spamming magic. Okay, last knight right here. Boom. Okay. Notice that I was using my regular Soulmass. Just the regular homing Soulmass to take out all those black knights. I wanted to save my homing crystal Soulmass, which is stronger for the boss fight. Notice I'm setting up my safety save right there. That way, if you guys die to the boss, you're going to be right here. No black knights. You'll be right here in front of the fog gate. You can fight this dude as many times as you need to take him out. Notice that I popped that. Keep my shield up. As soon as I lock on, I back away, and that will typically allow him to miss you. Anytime he back jumps like that, try to pop you some Soulmass. Notice that I'm not freaking out here. I'm just backing up, popping Soulmass. Right there was a prime example of me popping a Soulmass and him strafing to the right. Notice I popped Soulmass there, he strafed to the left. So that's your golden opportunity, guys. Another thing too is when you hit him with that Soulmass, he does stagger for a second. So you want to pop another Soulmass immediately, right? And then 1 or 2 things is going to happen. You're either going to be able to hit him with that second Soulmass, or he's going to strafe to the right or the left. Either one of those is fine. Sometimes he will dash and hit you, but the good thing about the Soulmass is even though he hits you, even if he knocks you down to the ground, the Soulmass is still going to hit him. That makes sense. It's still going to connect, which is great. And that's it, guys. Make sure that you link the fire. You can do that by just resting at the bonfire. I'll show you guys the other ending in another playthrough. And then just get through all of your credits. And then as soon as it spawns you back into the Undead Asylum, just set up a safety save, and that's going to take us into episode number 19. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this run. Let me know if you have any questions below. Leave them down in the comments, and I'll see you guys right back here in the next one. Be good. So I wanted to take a second and tell you guys about my dream. My dream is to wake up every single day and create guides just like the one you just watched here on YouTube full time. Now there's several ways that I can monetize my work in order to make that dream come true. Number one, I could do Google Ads. Number two, I could do sponsorships. Number three, I could do endorsements. The only problem with those three options is that I think they're gonna degrade the quality of what I'm trying to produce here on Square One Games. Not only that, but I don't want to try to pitch my subscribers something that I don't necessarily believe in, and that's why I've decided to just go the Patreon route. If you want to see more guides like this on YouTube, you also want to have that person that you can go to where you're gonna get an answer to your comments, okay? I've responded to probably 90+% of every comment ever left on my channel, and I've been on YouTube for 6 years. You can go to any one of my videos, look in the comments, and I'm in there. Think of it like customer service, you know? That's exactly what I like to do from my community. So if you guys wanna help get more guides like this up on YouTube, I just need more time to do it, that's it. So hopefully you guys will support me in that if you like this kind of content. Thank you.